So today is the start to one of those weeks that are like just abnormally more busy than other weeks, which is good, but also a little stressful at the same time. So I was trying to manage that and work through that and the anticipation of what the week will look like. For example, I have two different photo shoots today. One at 9 o'clock in the morning, one at noon, but they're like pretty significantly far apart. So I got to get ready for that. I have another shoot tomorrow, which I have to take a ferry to go get to. Then on Wednesday morning, I fly to Florida. I'm in Florida from Wednesday to Friday. Then I come home Friday. Saturday, I have a family party. And then Sunday, I have to drive 3 or 4 hours upstate for a wedding, and then come home Monday. So it's one of those weeks which is like, wow, okay. And then last week, last week I was in Tampa from the week before Saturday until Wednesday, and then it was just a lot. Past 2.5 weeks have been a lot, but it's been fine. Obviously not gonna die from it. So, but I had a crazy night's sleep where like went to bed nice and early, like at 9:30, but then woke up like pretty wide awake from this crazy thunder and lightning going on last night at like 1:15. And then I couldn't really fall back asleep, and then fell back asleep finally, and then slept past my alarm. And so alas, it's been. I'm gonna start this morning off a little slow. I started a new book. Finally, after months, finished my Teddy Roosevelt book. It's like the 815-page biography of Teddy Roosevelt. Phenomenal book. Highly recommend it. But finally finished it, and now I started a book called I don't know exactly. It's about George Washington's Culper Spy Ring. I'm a huge fan of that time period, the 1700s, the American Revolution. I already read, this is now my third book revolving George Washington. I already read one related to the spy ring. I read another about George Washington as his character and as a businessman. And then now this is the third about the spy ring. I've also watched like the TV series about this spy ring, which is crazy because it's based on around this area, like where I'm from, which is really, really cool. So I'm about halfway through that. I've been cranking through this book. So we'll see what's next. We're going to start off a little slow, start reading, and then take the day from there. George Washington's Secret Six. Well, it's a little foggy out here, as you can see. The change in humidity has fogged up this lens a little bit. Currently on my way to the first of two shoots today. This first one's local, thankfully. It's like in the town. This one's for a jewelry company. It's gonna be a photo shoot for the jewelry company. So we're meeting at a beach, and I guess just kind of trying to get the vibe for the photos and see what the client is looking for, and we'll take it from there. Dude, the whole world by me is so saturated at the moment. The rain last night was insane. In fact, I have a pot that's outside. It's probably this tall. It's like one of those stackable pots. Actually, if you saw the vlog of me talking about my beans, the beans were and the strawberries were stacked in those pots. Probably this tall at least, give or take. Completely full with water. I mean and I don't know if it had overflown and kept filling up, but even if it didn't, that's like 3 inches of water, 3 to 4 inches of water, and it rained, and the thunder and lightning was crazy. It was insane. It woke me up, and it was just crazy, man. It was like the house was shaking. It was wild. So everything is like saturated and squishy, and it's just funny, man. I won't be needing to water the plants for a couple of days, that's for sure. Are you a left-handed driver or right-handed driver, or do you use two hands on the wheel? I notice myself, I typically have my left hand on the wheel, and it feels unnatural to have the right hand, but I'm curious what you do. Or do you have both hands? Are you a 10 and 2 kind of thing like we learned in driver's ed, or what are you doing?
Forgot about this.
Yeah, no worries.
Me and new ice.
All right, so we just wrapped up that first gig like 2 hours ago. Then I drove for about an hour. Now I'm in Elmont, which is pretty much right on the border of Queens, where like Long Island meets Queens, at a place called King Umberto's, and gonna be filming some content here for about an hour or two, and heading back to Long Island. Well, the Bay is like technically Queens and Brooklyn are part of Long Island, but no Long Islander considers that. But alas, here I am filming some content, getting some work done.